Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Monday, June 29th. Yeah, that should be what it is. Just dropped Sophie. Pay the $5, the office, to go pay the $5. Haven't been in the office in quite a few weeks because Atlanta hosted the World Cup and they didn't let us deal with traffic, so I work from home. Then last week I needed to be off. Don't forget to get your memories checked, ladies. Go do that. If you have not, go ahead and schedule your appointment and get the memories checked on. All right? Let's make sure we do that. So the plan is to have good news this week. So we're doing that. What else is going on with you guys? How have you guys been? It's been a lot going on. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. A lot of stuff has gone on. Nixon 5. Yes, Nixon 5. That was a good look. It was Juneteenth. Okay. Father's Day came through. You know, I saw they had a barbecue out in my hood in New York. So I wished I was there for that, but it looked good. Like everybody came out. So shout out to everybody that was there for that. But yeah, what's going on, guys? You know me, I'm tired of yelling. You know, I have a 10-year-old, so I yell all the time. And that's that. But speaking of me having a 10-year-old, I'm crying, laughing because I had dropped her off one day, and when they was opening the door to get her out the car, the lady said, "Come on, Bailey." Right? And Sophia ain't say nothing. So I said, "Ma'am, what did you just call her?" She said, Bailey. I said, "No." She said, "Her name ain't Bailey." I said, "No." I said, "What is your name?" And she said, "Sophia." And so the lady's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I said, she was a black lady. I said, it is what it is. You know, we was just crying, laughing because she called Sophia Bailey. Bailey ain't say a word back. Bailey never said, "That's not my name." Bailey just stood there and was being called Bailey. She said, "I've been calling her Bailey since." I'm like, and apparently she's been letting you. So that was hilarious. But what else is going on, peeps? What else is going on? It's cold in here. What now? Not me being cold, knowing the truth is that I'm hot. I'm trying to regulate my temperature right now. Speaking of temperature, it's going to be a hot one all week this week. They said it's a heat warning. They said stay inside. I said I should call my job and let them know I've been told by the news that I can't come in there. But I ain't going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and say hello to the peeps today, but I still might leave early. Okay? And I just saw on the news they had an accident at my exit, so I'm already mad. It's like I need to clear that up by the time I touch down to that part. But anyway, what's been going on? You know what? I know what's been going on. I don't know if y'all are y'all watching that show, because I'm telling you, I'm not. Let me wet my whistle. Hold up. I'm gonna lose weight this week, y'all, because I have this. Okay, this is that's how I know I'm gonna lose weight. You want to know how I know? Because I'm gonna drink this right here, so I should be slim and trim by the time Saturday get here. Okay, let me see. This is spinach. What's in here? Spinach, grapes, and a mango. Anyway, are y'all watching that show, The Polygamist? Not me. There's quite a few reasons that I can't watch that show, but I heard everybody else was watching it. That's the kind of show that'll piss me off. You see what I'm saying? And so I can't watch it. I'm not watching The Polygamist. It's on, what channel is that on? It's on Netflix. No, I can't watch the Polygamist. Pissing me off, okay? I tried to watch some of it, even though I knew I was going to be mad and I knew that I couldn't watch it. I still made the attempt, and I hit the Netflix. I said, let me see what's going on. Immediate festivity, okay? First of all, and no shade, the lips is not matching, okay? And it's like, why not? What's the reason, okay? Nobody lips was matching. That's number one. And then what they were saying, the accent was a little too much. Sometimes the African accent could get overwhelming to my sensories, okay? And I couldn't finish it. It's certain sounds that if I hear, it's too much. I'll give you 2 examples. Like Forrest Gump, for instance. I can't listen to him talk that way for 2 hours. I can't do it. It's too much. It's making me feel like I talk that way. Like I'm listening that way. And now it's making me feel like, you know what I mean? Like it's just too much. It's too much. But yeah, I'm not watching The Polygamist. Because I already be protesting, rallying, and marching. So the last thing I needed to do was watch 10 episodes of something that was going to piss me off even more. Okay? All right? I watched the show. I tried to watch the show. I watched it up until the point where, let me see what happened. She tried to set the house on fire. Then she went to the salon and beat the girl up. It was just like, what? That's too much. It's too much. And then he was going to hire his brother's girlfriend. Like, so I just couldn't take the level of drama that it was given. It's too much. And I usually like a good amount of drama. But I was like, no. But what is good that's on Netflix is I Will Find You. That was good. And it took me quite a few days to finish that because I get distracted easily. You know what I mean? But that was a good one. What's his name? Harlan Coben. He's like an author. And apparently he has a deal with Netflix where his books come to, life for television. And so, but almost every last one of his shows on Netflix, you can guarantee a good watch. You get 10 good episodes of being like, I need to know what's happening here. I need answers. And so, if you're not listening, and I don't appreciate that. I want the lady to come help me clean my house. And she asked me, when was I available? And I told her Thursday or Friday. She texted me this morning and says, are you available today? You're not focusing. You're not reading the text message. So, but I'm going to allow myself to not be pissed off today. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that message all day until she acknowledges the day that I said. Because those are the days that I can do it. Once again, you see? Try not to get pissed off today. And we know it don't take much. It's too early. So I'm not going to let that lady make me mad. But, yeah, so the Harlan Coben shows, all of the movies that he has, or series that he has on Netflix, all of them are good. All of them. You could just pick one and you'll be in suspense. You want to know what happened. You be needing answers behind his shows. But, and then another show I watched, was supposed to watch it last night and I didn't get a chance. I forgot what it's called. Is it Strung? Something like that. They said it's a must watch and that's on Peacock. So, I'm going to watch that tonight. But another show that I watched, it was on Peacock, and it was called MIA. And that's short for Miami. But, apparently a girl and her family are like, I don't want to say boaters, but they have like a marina, and they was pushing drugs. And it's a revenge story, basically. And it should be, I'm hoping it gets a season 2 because it's definitely left a cliffhanger that I need to see what's going to happen. But that was good as well. But there were parts of it that was a little too dramatic for me. Parts when the girl would like get upset and they would do her face and she would just be like, and it was just too much. Like, this is a little bit, exaggerated and over the top. But, yeah, but it still ended up being something that I needed to finish and watch. And so I would recommend, the Harlan Coben I Will Find You on Netflix and MIA on Peacock if you have them. But yeah, so what else is going on, peeps? I can feel my nose try to Do y'all see anything? Okay. Anyway, what else is going on? I ain't made it nowhere near the highway, y'all. I dropped Sophia off right at 8, and then I just got on with y'all. Oh, Big Tigger. First of all, Big Tigger from BET, okay, the DJ, the host, the rapper, all of these things. Big Tigger and his wife going through all this drama where she got on social media and was saying, she didn't say he hit her. She was just showing it, and she implied that he hit her. And then, you know, she's very manipulative, and she has a past and all of these things. But needless to say, you know, Tigger took 50 years for him to finally get a family. And the question is, what's that all about? You know what I mean? I could stand Tigger. I never could. And it made me remind myself. It made me remember why I've always hated Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh and Friends. I can't stand Winnie the Pooh and Friends. Winnie the Pooh does not wear pants. And I never liked that. I never liked the way he spoke. I never liked the sound of his voice. Okay? I don't like that. I can't stand Eeyore. He's depressed. And it's too much. Eeyore is never having a good time. Okay? Tigger gets on my nerves because why isn't your name just Tiger? You see what I'm saying? And then, so I've always hated the word Tigger, only for there to be an actual person that names themselves Tigger and then be a person that gets on my nerves. And so the drama that he's having in his relationship right now simply underscores why he has always gotten on my nerves. And the thing about it is, the wife gets on social media. She has like a big gash in her head, look like some stitches right here. She got a shiner, and she never said he hit her, but it was implied, blah, blah, blah. And then he got on national social media and said that the allegations were unequivocally false. And it's given. So all of y'all gonna make this speech when y'all finally get caught up? That's what we gonna do. Everybody's gonna make the unequivocally false. Everybody's gonna make that statement. Unequivocally false. And so, as an investigator myself, as Inspector Gadget, it's giving Go-Go Gadget brain. Tigger, if you didn't hit her, who did? And did you retaliate? Did you go over there and beat the man up? Did y'all call the police because your wife was randomly beat up by somebody? If you didn't hit her, who did? And then she gets back on social media and said, I never called him an abuser. Okay, so she's using semantics. You don't have to call him an abuser in order for you to be, for him to be the one that abused you. A lot of people got abuse jacked up. They think because they're not getting hit, they're not being abused. But we know there's financial abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. There's all types of things that fall under the category of abuse. So you don't have to use the word for us to be able to get the point. But her going back on and saying that, it's her trying to so-called protect him, go back and forth, and then have this narrative. There's a truth that she's trying to tell about herself and him that can be assumed, because it's giving Tigger. Was you ever gonna? I remember when Tigger was dating Rudy for a little bit, and then Rudy was like, absolutely not. Rudy from the Cosby Show, we all know Rudy. Him and her was dating. They dated quite a few years ago, or whatever. But that never worked out for whatever reason. And we all thought it was cute for a second, because it's like, okay, we've never seen him with a girl, you know, all these years, and she's our beloved Rudy. But she said no. And then we know Superhead tried to tell us about him because of her chronicles and things like that, and her book, you know, and all the little mini documentaries she's done. And so, yeah, Tigger, you hit that, girl. And you're right. Let the courts work it out, I guess, since they were finally called. But yeah, if you didn't hit her, who did? Because that's where you should be pissed off at. You didn't address the fact that she was on social media with a black eye. You're just saying it wasn't me, but you're not saying, but we do know who it was, and and we're dealing with that. Nobody's accusing anybody else, so stop it. Okay, enough. Speaking of another relationship that's pissing, it's 3 relationships pissing me off right now, and I know what people like to say. How is this our business? And Why are we in it? Yes, that's true. I'm only in it because you put me in it. Okay? I'm on my own social media, scrolling, minding my business. Like I always do, as they say. Like I always do. And here come your relationship all up on my For You page. So that's Tigger pissing me off. Okay? Then you got Kadeen and DeVale pissing me off. First of all, these two are married. I guess they've been together, let's say 10 years or more or plus or something like that. That's fine. Kadeen and DeVale. Okay, Kadeen is the girl. DeVale is the guy. I think back in the day he was supposed to play football, something, blah, blah, blah. He ends up being like one of Tyler Perry's main characters. He's one of those, his name is Zach on that show. Is it called Sisters? Something like that. I believe that's the show. And he plays Zach, and he also plays on Zanaya, something like that. Another show called that. Or whatever. And so, the point is, him and Kadeen been married for a long time. They have 4 sons. They appear to have had them kind of like back to back. And what's going on right now is a lot of different clips of them doing interviews together, and the topic of monogamy comes up. So it's like, here we go. Okay. Since the topic of monogamy is coming up with a married couple, what does that tell you? Okay. Go gadget, common sense. You don't have to be a detective to figure this one out. Okay. He's already cheated. We already know that. There's no reason for a married couple to get up there and talk about monogamy unless they want to discuss cheating. Okay? And now, what do we all know, class, about cheating? What do we know? We know why people cheat. Let's not overcomplicate it, okay? People cheat because they simply want to sleep with somebody else. All of the extra nuances, for whatever reason that they want to tell themselves, is what you want to tell yourself. Whatever gets you to sleep at night, okay? We don't want you to not be able to get rest and not be able to have sex. That's a double-edged sword. That's a double whammy, okay? Whatever gets you to sleep at night is what you should tell yourself. Come on, y'all. Y'all should have been got over. And I don't want to talk trash about this Nissan Altima, because Lord knows I drove a Nissan Altima for years, okay? I had a 2003 and 2013. But anyway, so like I said, monogamy is about wanting to sleep with, cheating is about wanting to sleep with somebody else. You know what I mean? And as we know, monogamy is a construct that the patriarchy created so that random men could have a wife too. Okay? That's how you keep the men calm. Try to give them something to control. The rest is history. Okay? Kadeen and Kavela up there talking about how he's saying to her that she pressured him into monogamy. And he doesn't understand why women pressure men into monogamy when they don't want to have the responsibility of having sex all the time. DeVale, let me stop you right there. Okay? Nobody twisted your arm to marry that girl. Now, here's what he's trying to say, and here's what she's trying to say. He's trying to say, you pressured me. But what he's not saying is, because I didn't want to lose you, I went ahead and married you. That's the part that he's not saying, and that's where the lack of accountability comes in at. I don't care what you tell anybody about anything. If you know you want something for your life, if you know you want something for somebody else's life, you want to do something, you want to go here, you want to do this, you want to do that, you still have to take responsibility for the outcome of that once you choose it, okay? And so you didn't want to lose the relationship. And what she was saying is, yes, I want to be married. Yes, I want a monogamous relationship. I want exclusivity. Her point was, had I known then what I know now, which of course we all know hindsight is 20/20. You know what I mean? Whether you got on glasses or contacts, hindsight is 20/20. And so her point is, had I known then what I know now, I could have possibly made a different decision about what my responsibility was going to be. So then you have to give a little grace and say, okay, when you 20, you don't really know that that's what's going to be the deal. I don't know that you're going to be trying to sleep with me every second, and that's going to be the expectation. And if you don't do this, then I got to worry about you cheating and all this and all that. And so he's steady saying, you pressured me, and she's saying you did not have to marry me. No matter what I told you I wanted, I still didn't make you do it. What am I trying to say here? He could have simply decided we don't want the same things, because that's ultimately what he doesn't want to have to admit to. At the time when y'all got married, when she said she wanted monogamy and she wanted to be a wife, what you didn't do was tell yourself, we don't want the same things. And that's how real you got to be able to keep it and realize you got to take the L. But saying that she pressured you is bogus. It's bogus. She didn't make you marry her. She wanted exclusivity. And the truth is, based on what you're saying, you didn't. You didn't. And you therefore lied. And this is my biggest pet peeve about cheating. It's not the cheating itself that's the deal breaker for me. It's always going to be the lie about about wanting monogamy when you know that's not true. Because the truth is, you want monogamy for me. You don't want it for yourself. But in order for it to stay with me, you're going to have to lie and say that you want it too. And then when it finally comes around and you can't keep it in your pants, it's for me to stay with the relationship and work it out. And no, we have to break up because you a liar. And you wasn't willing to take the L because we don't want the same things. You don't want to be monogamous. And that's okay, but that probably means we're not going to be able to be together. All of that to say, that's why I know for sure and stand 10 toes down on the statement that most men got a lie to kick it. You do. You do. You do. Women want monogamy. You don't. And in order for you to get a woman, you have to lie and say that you do. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of relationships get tore up behind not wanting to be truthful about what your deal breakers are up front. And so it was just kind of frustrating to watch both of them try to explain. Meanwhile, they have 4 kids. He ends up telling her, they said 2 years into their relationship, he told her that he was going to need a side chick, as if he really needed help with sex. He needed somebody to help her have sex because she wasn't giving it up enough. 2 years in, like I said, that's because you lied 2 years prior about wanting to be exclusive with her. You married her because you didn't want that relationship to end. And then you ultimately did what you wanted to do and what you needed to do. And what you should have done was been able to be honest with her so that she could make a decision for herself. Rather than y'all be doing, going on every social media podcast, telling me all your business and then wondering why I'm all up in it. I'm in your business because you're telling me. So he claimed he wanted to get a side chick and she told him, go ahead. He meets a girl. He claims, allegedly, he meets a girl. They become friends. And then he tells her he can't have sex with her because we're friends and blah, blah, blah. Negro. Like I said, meanwhile, she gave him 4 sons. You know what I mean? You never know. For the most part, when it comes to things like this, because of what we've all been indoctrinated to believe, what we've all been indoctrinated to supposedly want, we're learning in real time that it's just not true. You know what I mean? And for a lot of men, what I'm noticing is that they find it unacceptable that women don't want these things. They can't believe it. You see what I'm saying? And because they can't believe it, they don't believe it. And it makes for the manosphere and things like that. And it's just like, Whoopi Goldberg said it once again. She said, I want to be in my house. I want to have my grandchildren. I want to focus on my grandchildren. I want to focus on my children. I want to focus on just the things that I want to do. And her point is it doesn't include a man. She literally said, and that's why I keep telling y'all, I prefer a hit and run. I don't want nobody all up under me. I don't want anybody living with me. All of these things. Whoopi Goldberg said that. You go into the comments and look, and you got people saying, yeah, they're saying that it's selfish. They're saying she could choose to be with somebody. And it's like, you're not listening. You're not listening, and you're not focusing on what she's saying. And this is why you're confused, and you need to delete your comment. Whoopi Goldberg is not saying that she just can't be in a... She's saying, I don't want to. And the problem that a lot of people have is her having the option to say, I don't want to do that. And it's become your problem to deal with. So I guess you could get in the comments and say whatever you want to say. Now, if I see the comment, y'all already know. I know some of y'all be seeing me on social media tripping. But I'm like, she never said she couldn't. She said she don't want to. And it's not selfish. She's already had a kid, grown, grandchildren. She's already done the whole idea of being indoctrinated. It's not for her anymore. She doesn't want to do that. And anybody thinking that she should have to, it's like, no, let's keep that birth rate down. It's enough people on this planet. It's enough people on the planet. It's unaffordable to have these kids. It's unaffordable. It's too many kids. If you claim 2 parents are necessary, well then, what's going on with the single mother epidemic everybody's talking about? Like, what's it gonna be? You know what I mean? If both parents are absolutely necessary, why are most people raised by one parent? What's going on here? That there's no incentive to have children if you're gonna tell me in my head, you know what I mean, that I'm supposed to feel in my heart and in my head that the 2 parents are necessary. And then statistics show, my eyeballs show, my experience shows that that's not the reality of how people are being raised. So, you know what I mean? It's the gaslighting for me. It's the gaslighting for me. So Kadeem and DeVale pissing me off, telling all their business. Basically, he cheated and she basically double dared him, and then he did it, and the monogamy and exclusivity, you know what I mean? And for me, it continues to underscore why I keep saying, this is why I can't get a man. I can't keep a man. No man wants me. I'm terrible. I'm all of these things. It's like, because much like Whoopi, I'm not going through none of that with y'all. It's too much. I already have a job. As you can see, I'm already on my way to pay the 5. When it comes to male company, listen, I will enjoy his company until said time that it expires. Okay? We had a good run. And then that's it. All the extra 50-50, we don't even got to talk about it. We ain't never going to live together. So that's off the table. I don't have to have that discussion. I need a lot of square feet. And the square feet I have is only enough for me. Even Sophia pushing it, okay? She about to get put out. She don't even know. But nah, she can live with me forever. But you get my point. It's just that, like, no. You know what I mean? So, it's just trippy to be a witness to the denial of people having the right, especially women, not people, women having the right to say, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And then there being this then there has to be a podcast discussing it. Discussing it. How it's like, that's why you're going to be single. It's definitely, like, for everything you could think of, when people say to me, well, people don't say to me, but you know what I mean? For when it gets said or when it does apply to me, because it does apply to me, that's why you're single. For me, that's 100% the truth. Everything that you could think of is exactly why I'm single. And I will remain single. Because like I said, I'm already on my way to work. Everything else is a job. And no, those jobs don't really pay well. And so, for me, the answer is no. I don't want to do all that extra stuff. Because the truth is, I can have the company I want of a man without all of the extras. But most men don't want you to be able to say, the relationship you don't want to give me in the first place, when I agree to that, even that's a problem. You want me to want a relationship. And when I don't want that, that's a problem. You can't win for losing. So it's like, I'm not playing the game. Either I'm going to get what I want out the situation, or everybody's correct. I will remain single. Because I'm too tired. I want to lay down and watch my show. And that's what I'm planning to be doing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so Cavell and Kadeem. A third relationship pissing me off is LeVar Ball and his wife. Getting divorced after 30 years, and everybody wants to believe that it's because he got his leg cut off. Listen, she was supposed to leave that man way before his leg got chopped off, okay? And the reason I can say that is because you made it to the point where your leg could even be chopped off. What you got going on and what you don't got going on. That you at the point in your health where you got to get your leg severed off. What? He stayed with her during a stroke. Listen, 30 years is a good run, okay? That doesn't mean their relationship wasn't successful. It means it's come to an end. I think Summer Walker said it best. All good things come to an end. So let's just learn our lesson and find love it again. That's it. That's it. And then, of course, he up there talking smack. That's what she want to go do. That's what she could do. Right. Yeah. She gave you 3 sons that all became successful within their own right. And 30 years. Y'all had a good run. It's up. She's good. Let's not pretend she woke up one day, because that's what people are really trying to make it seem like. Nobody wakes up one day and files paperwork for divorce. Nobody does that. It's literally taken her 30 years to get up out of there. She didn't wake up randomly one day. This isn't a situation where the divorce came out of nowhere. By the time you file paperwork for divorce, it's been a wrap. It's been a wrap. And people pretending that people don't take that seriously or take their time and decide if that's something they really want to do is disingenuous. It's like, come on now, stop it. She didn't wake up after 30 years and say, you know what, I just don't want to do this no more because you don't have a leg. If that's the case, we already had the surgery scheduled for the leg. The leg then got chopped off, and she didn't leave at that point. But again, you know, for some people, that's what divorce is there for. That's why that law was made. Marriage is a legal status. Everything else has to be worked on. Everything else. And if you want to break up, yeah, you're going to have to get the government involved. That's it. You starting off on paperwork to say you want to be with somebody, do it. But when you don't want to be with them anymore, either you're going to go about your business without the paperwork, a la Will Smith and Jada, or you're going to have to get the government back involved, and the government will decide how that plays out. That's how that is. That's how it's used. That's how that works. Your opinion about it doesn't matter what you think it should be. It is how it is. But yeah, it's just trippy. And then when you see their sons, the ball boys, pause. But when you see them talking, they talk about how their mom was there, blah, blah. And it doesn't mean their father wasn't, obviously. But it was clear that you were there, that no one was going to get them to talk smack about their mother. As if she wasn't there for 30 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, my sons are grown now. My son can take care of themselves now. If I don't want to be with your father no more, I don't have to. I spent 30 years with him. It's a wrap. It's okay. Everybody's going to be okay. And if you're not going to be okay, you need to take the necessary steps so that you will be okay. But pretending 30 years ain't a lifetime, depending on what you got going on, for the most part, 30 years is a lifetime. Enough. She said enough is enough. That's just it. That's just it. And I know, if y'all didn't know, marriage isn't religion. Christianity didn't create marriage, okay? Christianity, marriage as it pertains to Christianity and the religion of being a Christian has been interpreted much like the Bible. It's an interpretation, okay? But Christians did not create marriage. Marriage is old as time, okay? Do you have a dowry for my daughter or not? Okay? Do you have the money to take my daughter off my hands or not? Marriage is about property and ownership, hence the exchanging of last names. Let's not pretend. Let's not be obtuse and pretend we don't understand that. That's the deal. That's the deal. And there are people who are unpacking that in ways that not everybody can appreciate. And you don't have to appreciate it. You don't have to appreciate it. If that's not for you and your family, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. Don't get divorced if it ain't for you. Do not get married if it's not for you. But also, do not mind my business, because it ain't for you. And even if I tell you my business, even if I get on social media and tell you my business, I'm personally willing to take accountability for any business that I tell you. It ain't going to change just because your opinion of it doesn't agree with mine. And so on and so forth, as we watch everybody else show us why. Continue to show me, is what I'll say, why I won't be signing off on no paperwork again. There's no reason for me to have a legal status with somebody. Will and Jada are doing what they want without having to pay a lawyer to tell them that. They said, we're going to keep the finances just where they are. I got a man, you got a girl, they live in their own life. And people don't like that. And to me, it should be, being in a relationship should be about freedom. It should be about freedom. And if it's not going to be that, I know that's personally not the reality that people see it as. And that's why, for me, that's why I can't do it. Because it's a certain level of freedom I have to have. It is imperative that I'm free. I've been free for a very, very long time. There's no way in my personal life that I could get into a situation with a person and now everything about the things that I do, the things that I want to do, the things that I don't want to do, there's no way that I can invite somebody in my life and now all of that has to change. That's not the change that I want to see, be, or be a part of. It's like, no. I don't want to have a consultation because I want to go on a girls trip. As if it's an option for me not to go. It's like, what are we talking about? That's just not, I'm too free, y'all. I'm too free. I love my freedom. I don't want to answer to nobody about a damn thing. You hear me? And I mean that. It needs to be understood. The only thing stopping me from going and doing what I want is the fact that I have a 10-year-old, and that's okay. Because if I really want to do something, she has to be able to come. Okay? All right? Me and her can have a girls trip, which we will be in a couple of weeks. But yeah, besides that, when it comes to romance, I don't want nobody thinking they in control or have a real opinion about anything I got going on or trying to do. You know what? I'm going to park on the inside because they said it's going to be super hot. They said it's going to be super hot today, so I'm going to park underneath because I be dying of heat. Damn, sun beaming down. I be dying of heat when I get in my car, and I don't, me and perimenopause already. I'm already losing that fight every day. So that's a good park for me right there. But yeah, y'all, I didn't even get a chance to talk about all the stuff because when you do address relationships and stuff like that, the nuance that comes with that must be talked about. And I'm the kind of person that's never going to pretend that I don't understand the nuance. And I'm always going to keep it a buck about what my position is. You know what I mean? Always. And so, and that's my suggestion for me, for you, and anybody you know. If you're going to sit back and listen to it, it's just like I said, I already have a job. I heard B2K and Pretty Ricky had a versus. I don't feel like that's my era. I didn't give a damn about neither one of them groups. And I still don't. So I don't know what happened. And the only way I'll find out what happened is if I see it on my For You page while I'm scrolling. But I heard that's what happened. So for all of y'all Pretty Ricky and B2K fans, I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah. All right, peeps. I'm about to go. Don't let anybody piss you off today. It's enough going on in the world to piss you off. Okay? It's enough going on. And so, be easy. Be easy. Give me minding somebody's business real bad. I got, what's in here? What's in here? What I say is in here? Spinach? Anyway, every time I take a sip, it's a little bit of bits. Wash it down with some water. Y'all drinking water? The news, they said, make sure you drinking water. It's going to be hot. You need to drink water more because it's going to be hot. Don't be a person that don't drink water. Don't be disgusting, okay? If you don't drink water, that's terrible. That's terrible for your health, and you need to go get your levels checked. All right, y'all have a good one, and I will do the same. Like I said, don't let nobody piss you off. It's enough going on in the world that should already have you in a tizzy, okay? So enough is enough with anybody that's close by you or in proximity to piss you off, all right? We have another holiday coming up this week. I hope you are off, because I know you know I am. I will not, and I'm going to go ahead and take Monday off while I'm at it. I'm going to use my PTO. I'm going to use my leave, y'all. And I suggest you do the same. Life is too short for you to be acting like you can't take a day off. You know what I mean? The job will go on without you. They will be posting your position as soon as you pass away. Okay? Go ahead and take the leave. Go ahead and take the leave. But anyway, y'all have a good day. I'm going to do the same. And I will try to catch up with y'all as soon. I don't know. I'll be fronting. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even going to come up with no excuses right now. Y'all know I don't make excuses for myself, okay? Like I said earlier, I just need to do, I just got to be able to do whatever I want to do. And right now, I don't have any excuses. I'm fresh out of them. So, yeah, I'll catch up with y'all when I catch up with y'all. And I'll keep, and what I will try to do is keep y'all posted ahead of time so y'all can know to catch me. But, and I'll put this on my YouTube channel. I'm going to upload that today. And y'all have a good one. And I'll do the same. All right, bye.